and welcome to my channel. I'm Kate. This is Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper, and I have a new vlog for you today. Today is Sunday. It is the 10th of August already, and yeah, I've done a lot today actually. I woke up early, which is funny because yesterday I didn't even get out of bed till like 4 p.m. But today I woke up at like 9:30. So I think I just wasn't feeling 100% yesterday. I'm feeling a lot better today. I woke up at 9:30 and I did some chores, some laundry, and then I repotted some plants, and I fed some snakes, and I caught up on some YouTube videos, and now I'm thinking I might diamond paint for a bit maybe. That's all that's going on with me. I did read quite a bit of Dungeon Crawler Carl this morning. My husband was so sweet and brought me some McDonald's breakfast, which you guys know I don't get very often because I'm not usually up in time. So that was nice. So I spent a little bit of time in bed listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl and playing my phone game. I think it's really, I'm in the 5th book of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I think it's really interesting to watch his slow transition from, he starts out saying, "You will not break me," as he's going through this ordeal of where he finds himself in his situation, and now it's turning into, it's just slowly evolving from that into, "I will break you." And for a while there, he was saying both, "You will not break me, but I will break you." And now he's dropping the "you will not break me" part. And it's just interesting watching his character change so much from kind of reactive to vengeful. Fully understand why, but I'm having fun seeing how dark these books are getting and how much commentary there is while still being such a wild ride and so unhinged. It's a really fun read, and it's not surface level. Like there's deeper things that, you know, the books are saying. So it's fun. Really liking those. I did, despite saying that it was like several weeks, I think it was 11 weeks until my next Libby book was due. It popped up yesterday. So I guess people were going through it quicker than I thought, than was expected. And now Caraval is back in my Libby app to read. And that's one that I started like a year ago and only got halfway through before I had to return it to the library. I ran out of time on that one. So I'm thinking I would like to finish that one, but I am over 50% of the way through with Dungeon Crawler Carl now, so I should have time to finish up Caraval after I'm done with that one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I do have something to unbox with you guys. I've got my order from Crafts with Crashly. I ordered some release papers that were artwork from my friend Courtney. Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. So let's go ahead and open those. I'm very excited to see what they look like. Okay, let's get into this and see what we have here. I'm probably going to use my scissors. That would probably be easier. Just had to pull out the invoice. It has my address on it. Put that aside. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, we got a cute cover minder. It's a little froggy. So adorable. Some washi tape. Looks like it's Christmas ornaments, maybe? Crashly's business card. Some stickers. I like big books and I cannot lie. Wow, it's like she knows me. And it looks like some freebies. And then here's our purchases. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. These are adorable. I got these in like the, I think 2x4 size or around there, because I wanted to have some for like smaller areas. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and use either these or these to replace my current release papers on my Way of Kings kit, because the edge that's left on my Way of Kings kit needs like smaller ones. So these will probably work the best. So that's her Foxy Knights artwork. I love it. And this is Alchemist Death Dragon. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. This is just like the 4x5-ish sections. It's so pretty. They feel really nice too. They're single-sided, so you always know which side is up. So yeah, that is my order from Crafts with Crashly, and diamonds are a girl's best friend. I will try and remember to include the link to her shop down in the description, or you can see it right here on the business card. So yeah, craftswithcrashly.com. Soldering is done on one side. Next he'll have to turn it over and do the other side, and then he's got to use a patina to change the soldering color from silver to copper to match the other two pieces of the triptych. But yeah, getting close. Just finished 2 more sections of this one and rolled it again on my whip wheel, so this one's next. Then we only have 1 more of this full row, and then we'll be on to this like half row to end off this kit. So that's awesome. Update, another section done. This one was mostly red, so it went pretty fast. And my whip wheel spun this one again, so I do have it weighted heavier than Kit Up, which is bedroom, so I'm not surprised that it keeps rolling it. But yeah, I'm working on getting all this confetti down, so I guess we'll do another section here. I still have a couple hours probably before I need to go to bed, so we're gonna keep listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl and try to finish off this row. And here's where we ended off. I am on the final row, and as you can see, it's a small one. So this will go fast, and I spun this again. So whenever I get the chance to diamond paint next, we'll be working on this section. But yeah, we are very close to done with this one. I'm excited. It is 3:30 and I feel like I should go to bed. I've been trying to move my schedule back a little bit because I'm gonna have my sister-in-law visiting me on Tuesday and Wednesday this week before work, so I gotta get up a little early. So I should go to bed now, but I'm so close to done with my book too, so it's tough. It's tough to go to bed right now, but I'm gonna try. Night, guys. It is Monday night now. Funny enough, usually if I get down to the last row of a kit, I tell myself I'm going to stop rolling and just finish the kit without rolling or spinning on my whip wheel. This time I was like, there's enough confetti in this kit that I'm just going to spin so that maybe it'll get broken up by some other things. Wouldn't you know, it spun this kit every single time that I spun the wheel. So now we are on the very last section, which is a little too big for one of these. And I'm gonna finish this kit, I think, tonight because it's time. So I finished it. It took me from mid-February till mid-August, but I finished the Way of Kings kit. I am really glad that I was working on other things too, because I think just working on that one by itself definitely would have been too much for me. But I'm not mad about how it turned out. I'm really glad that I have it, and it was a fun experience to work on. So that's done. Also, while I was finishing that, I was also finishing The Butcher's Masquerade, which is the 5th book of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, which was also really good. So it was a good night. I also got another hold pop up on my Libby app after Caraval, which is a book that I just put on there, and it said it was supposed to be like several weeks wait. So now I have 2 more other books to read, but luckily I was partway through Caraval already, so I don't think that one will take me long. And then I can get into this other one. I forget what it's called. Let me look it up. It's called Terror at the Gates, and it was recommended to me by my friend Casey, and so I'm excited to read that one. So I'm gonna hurry up and get through Caraval so I can get to that one and get it read before my time runs out on these 2. And man, I have no idea now when my next Libby one will pop up, because these both said they had many weeks left to go, so I guess it could be any time. I'm letting the dogs out before bed, and there's a big bug on the garage door, so if you're afraid of bugs, look away, but I thought he was kind of cool. No idea what kind of bug he is, but he's big. Here's my hand for size reference. Hey, it is Tuesday night, about 1 a.m. I just finished kitting down my last few projects that I finished. I apparently forgot that I hadn't kitted Big Sis down. That was a while ago. So I kitted down that one, and Way of Kings, and Friends of the Rainbow. And now I have space to start which bedroom? She's next. I probably had something I could have used before, but it was time. Oh, I kitted down Enchanted Forest too. Yeah, 4 of them. I was saving the drills on some of them, and by the end I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna toss them. I can't do it. I want it to be done tonight, so I didn't save Big Sis drills because they're the older ones anyway. So, but I saved all the specials from Friends of the Rainbow because those were fun. I am not going to get this up tonight. It is 1 a.m. and my sister-in-law has been coming to visit me in the mornings because she's a nanny, and the kids that she nannies for are going to a VBS that's local in my area, and she lives across town. So while they're at VBS, she comes and hangs out with me, and we chat from about 9 till about a little before noon. Tomorrow's the last day. So I've been trying to move my schedule back. I might have talked about this, but anyway, I've been mostly successful, shockingly. And it's mostly because I got barely any sleep the first night, so then I was able to fall asleep earlier the next night, and I'm pretty tired tonight, so I think that'll work tonight too. I find it harder to fall asleep when it's not my typical time frame, even if like I haven't slept in the same amount of space in between. I just fall asleep better when it's 4 or 5 a.m. than I do when it's midnight or 1. And then I even if I get more sleep, like if I fall asleep at midnight and wake up at 8 a.m., I don't feel as rested as when I get up at my usual time, even if I get less sleep. I don't understand it, but that's what my body does. Anyway, really excited to start Witch Bedroom soon. I'm gonna probably get it kitted up tomorrow after work, is my guess. Almost the middle of the week, so I'm very happy about that. I don't have many plans this weekend, but next week my dad is taking Casey camping again, and Sam and Adrian are also gonna join them for part of it. So it's not super far away from us. I might drive up and visit them some of the nights. We'll see. So that's the plan currently for next week, but this week, not much going on. Today, I did take Casey to get some blood drawn, and he's got a fear of needles that's pretty bad. So the doctor had assigned, prescribed him like a med that was supposed to calm him down. And so he took that about half an hour before we went there. And I think it did help, but it wasn't easy. Like, I had to make sure and hold his hand so he wasn't trying to interfere, and like he was hyperventilating a little bit, but it was still easier than last time. So got that done. And then I took him out to get him some breakfast as a reward for having to get stabbed. So that was today. Then I worked, then I did the kidding down, and now it's bedtime. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, Witch Bedroom is all kitted up. I decided to go with much larger sections than I usually do because this is a whip that I want to get through with somewhat quickly, as I am going to try to do with all of my Drills and Chills type whips, so that I can do as many of them as I can possibly do. So these are about 5.6 inches wide by about exactly 4 inches tall, because the kit is 24 inches tall. So I just divided it into 6 sections that way, and then 3 sections this way. And I don't know how this is gonna work. I know Elissa Mank does like sections twice this big or more, and that works really well for her. I couldn't quite bite off that much, but this is much bigger than is usual for me, so we're gonna start here and see how it goes. I'm really excited to do this kit. I spun it yesterday, but I had to do that kitting down before I had space for it. So today I kitted it up, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and start the first section, and I'll be moving upward toward the top. So yeah, super excited, gonna get started. Here's the color palette, by the way. It's so summery and pretty, and that's why I feel like this kit is the perfect, like, in between summer and Drills and Chills, because it's all witchy, like Drills and Chills, but the colors are so summery. So yeah, it is Thursday. It is already almost 2 a.m., but I don't have to get up early tomorrow, so I am going to have a couple hours still in the night to do with whatever I want, and I want a diamond paint. Here's my progress so far. It's 3 a.m. I've been listening to Carval, and then I made myself some of my creamy corn dip for Fritos, and I love it. I just made it up. I'll put the recipe in the description in case you guys want to try it. It's really good. First section complete. there was quite a bit of color blocking in it, so it didn't take much longer than my sections usually take. I did get distracted in the middle, and so I wasn't working on it straight through, so because I went and made that dip. So I'm not sure exactly how long it took me, but I think it'll work out well having these larger sections. Anyway, it's past 4 now, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'll catch you guys later. It is Friday night, kind of getting towards midnight, and I am working on a section of Which Bedroom? And plans have changed for the weekend. We got some unfortunate family news. My 2 oldest kids, their grandma on their dad's side, has been moved to hospice, apparently with some issues she won't recover from. And so they're not sure how long she has. And I offered to drive them up there. It's about a 4.5-hour drive from here, and where their dad lives and their grandma lives. And so I didn't want them to have to worry about logistics and stuff. So I was like, hey, let me know if you want me to drive you, and I can get a hotel room and you guys can do whatever and you can use my car. And so we're going to do that. So they're going to get here probably around 10 tomorrow. And I booked a hotel room up there. And it looks like they'll probably share the hotel room with me just because this is a last minute thing. And yeah, that was easiest. So, and then they'll hopefully get to say their goodbyes and all that stuff. So it sucks, but I'm gonna bring my diamond painting, and they'll have my car. So I just plan to hang out in the hotel room and diamond paint, or listen to my audiobook or watch YouTube or whatever. And I'll probably bring my physical book too, just in case I want to relax on the bed and read physically. This is the town that I used to live in growing up for the later part of my teen years and stuff. So there are some restaurants there, some like food places where I still miss the food there. So I'm hoping while we're up there, I can like DoorDash some of that to the hotel. I don't know. People do that, right? I don't know if I will be seeing my ex-mother-in-law. We were pretty close when I was married to her son, but we haven't really talked since then. So I don't want it to be awkward. I don't want anything to be at all intrusive on my end for what their family is going through. So we're just going to play it by ear, and I will do whatever works best for everybody up there. But I am looking forward to driving up with the kids. This is something I used to do pretty much every other weekend, was drive with them to meet their dad halfway. And we had a very particular like music game we'd play and stuff like that. I don't know if they'll be in that kind of mood, but you know, they probably aren't going to want to sit in silence while we drive. So maybe it's not like an active game, but basically we have a set way where we take turns choosing which song comes next. So I don't know. It might be kind of nostalgic to take that drive with them again, because we haven't done that since, I don't know, COVID times? Because they all, you know, aged out of having to go up there every other weekend. Yeah, it's been a while. So that said, I don't know when this vlog is going to go up, because we'll be coming back Sunday, but I have no idea what time Sunday, and I don't know, like, how awake I'll be. So I'm just going to play it by ear with the vlog too, and I'll get it posted when I can. So thank you guys for understanding. But yeah, I am on the 3rd section of Which Bedroom, And these big sections, I'm finding it interesting because I do think that they go fairly quickly, like not that much slower than if I was doing a smaller section, because, you know, you're using the same colors. You just have to switch them out less often because you're using them across a bigger space. But also, I've noticed that if it's between starting another section and not starting another section, and I'm kind of teetering over whether I want to or not, more often I will choose not to start a new section if the sections are this big, because I feel like it's going to take too long. So that's been interesting. This is the third section I'm doing on this one since I kitted it up a few days ago. But part of that is also because it's been the work week. So it is now Friday, and maybe I'll get a good bit. This is the one I'm going to bring with me because it's pretty much, I could bring some mini dazzles or something, but I feel like I could just roll this one up and take it and it won't be an issue. So I'm going to see how much of this I can get done while I'm up there. Some of it'll depend on what's happening, I guess. So yeah, that's the plan. I will talk to you guys whenever I can. 1/6 of this diamond painting is now finished, and it's so much fun. So I will be packing this up now. It is about 12:30. I've been listening to a book called Terror at the Gates by Scarlett, I think, St. Clair. That was recommended to me by my friend Casey. And I'm about halfway through, and I don't want to stop reading, but I really should try to probably get some sleep before tomorrow. So I'm going to finish getting packed up and try to do that. Hey all, I am in the hotel, just working on some diamond painting. We got here around 3, right before 3, and check-in was at 3, so that was perfect. And the drive went really well. Actually, the kids surprised me. They were like, hey, Mom, you want to listen to an audiobook on the way up? And these are kids who don't typically listen to audiobooks. Like, they don't like them. And so I was surprised. At first, they were talking about maybe listening to the one that we are reading together, The Night Circus. But we're not all in the same exact spot on it, so we'd have to like backtrack a little bit, which would have been fine. But I suggested we could listen to Dungeon Crawler Carl because it's the best audiobook that I have ever listened to. So I thought if we were going to listen to an audiobook, that one might be better because it would be more entertaining and easier to digest, I think. So we listened to Dungeon Crawler Carl almost all the way up here, and we were just laughing along, and it was good. I think they liked it. The drive went fine. It was a nice sunny day, and we only stopped one time to use the restroom and got here just right on time to check into our hotel. And then we went to get some food because I hadn't eaten all day, and they hadn't eaten since like 8 a.m. So we went to a local place. It's a franchise, and there are some in Washington, one in Idaho, and a couple in California. None in Oregon, of course, but it's called Brucci's, and they sell subs and some other things. And I'm not a big sub sandwich person, but if I was, it's because of Brucci's. If I'm gonna eat subs, that's my favorite place to eat them. So we went there, and I got 2, one to eat there and one to put in the fridge here for tomorrow. But they really liked it too. And we didn't have much time because then they were supposed to meet their family at 4 to go visit their grandma in the hospice. And so they dropped me off here at the hotel so that they could go do that. So now I'm just diamond painting while they do family stuff. I think they're gonna do dinner afterwards and stuff with the family. And it's a little bit hard to see in here because the lights on this desk here in the hotel room are in front of me. And so when I put my hand down to like place drills, it blocks the light and I can't quite see where I'm putting the drills, but it's working okay. This might not be like, these sections I do here might not be the neatest, but it's all right. They'll get done. Everything will fit. It'll be fine. My back is not used to this chair, so I might have to take more frequent breaks than I would at home because this is not my usual position and I'll probably get sore. But I'm having a good time just watching videos on my phone and diamond painting. I might switch to an audiobook if I run out of videos to watch. And I might, spend some time reading on the bed or something. I did bring my physical book in case I wanted to read. So I have plenty to keep me busy here in the hotel. And it's kind of nice because I don't get a lot of time where it's just me and like nobody else. And I don't have dogs to take care of or dinner to figure out for anybody or anything. So I don't know, kind of nice. Anyway, we're going to spend one night here and then go home at some point tomorrow. I don't know what time we'll be home and what time we're leaving. So I don't know if I'll have a chance to edit this video tomorrow night or not and how tired I'll be. But we'll see. I'll show you my setup here and then I'll check in with you later. Yeah, so there's this little desk here in the hotel and it's got like a coffee machine. It's a little bit cramped. I'm glad this kit is kind of small. But I have my 0 sugar Dr. Pepper and I brought all my supplies and we're just working on this section. It's a bit later now. I DoorDashed myself some Burger Ranch, which we don't have where I live, so I'm excited to have it again. And yeah, the kids are still out with the rest of their family doing family stuff, and I told them, as long as they need, I'm fine here. I'm just listening to my audiobook, playing on my phone, and eating Burger Ranch now. So I might go back to diamond painting in a little bit, but it's not super comfortable to sit there. So I'm not sure how much more I'll get done, but I'm having a chill time listening to my book and hanging out. My favorite part of this room is the invisible Kleenex holder. You can see a bunch of just like random cards and then all 4 aces out. Okay. So I'm going to give you each 2 aces. I'm just going to spread out these cards, and I want you to take the ace face up and just put it anywhere in one of these cards. Both of them? Yeah. All of them will go somewhere random. Yeah, doesn't matter where, just like that. Okay. I'm going to shuffle them up. Okay, so now we have all the aces up, all the other cards down. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna cause a little bit of havoc here. I'm just gonna put a card, I'm gonna flip another one over. Doesn't matter what kind of card it is. Okay. Now we just have a bunch of random cards up. We still see an ace here and there, but not all of them anymore. Okay. Now I wanna cause even more chaos, but this time you guys are gonna be involved. Okay. You guys are gonna tell me whether to draw or flip 2 cards. So draw would be I just place it. Okay. Flip would be I flip it over. Okay. Okay? Flip. Draw.
Flip.
Draw. Flip.
Draw.
Draw.
Flip.
Great. Things are getting a little crazy now. We have 2 aces up, but still a bunch of other random ones. Okay. Okay. Let's get even crazier, shall we? Okay, I'm laying them all out. Starting from the outside in, you can tell me any row or any column, and I'm just gonna flip it over until we have 1 stack left. So just any row, any column on the outside.
This column.
Oh. No, you have to start with a row.
Okay, this row. I see.
Okay. This column.
This row.
This row? Okay.
That column.
This one?
Yep.
Row towards you.
This one. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Oh, that's weird.
How'd that happen? Whoa! Yay! Do the thing.
The thing is, the shark is gone.
Yes.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Blood in the water.
that's awesome. Hey guys, it's Sunday night. I got home, probably around 6:30-ish tonight, and yeah, I'm just tired. I took a little bit of a nap when I got home, and I don't think I'll have this video up tomorrow, so I'm not sure if this will be a 2-week video or if I'll get it up sometime this week. But I do want to talk about, what happened on the trip and everything when I have more of a moment to do so. But currently I am too bushwhacked to do that. So I'm just chilling with some YouTube videos, catching up on YouTube, and probably will go to bed before too long. But anyway, I hope you guys had a good weekend. Tomorrow starts the work week, and hopefully I'll have this video for you sometime soon. Hey guys, I am heading up to visit those campers. It is Tuesday. I did a lot of work earlier today, and I worked pretty much all day yesterday so that I could have some time today to go visit campers. They wanted me to stop by the store and pick up some supplies they were running low on, so I just got done doing that. And now I am headed to the gas station to get some gas before I head up into the mountains. They are staying at like a mountain campground, kind of off the beaten path, so I probably won't have service while I'm up there. I can't seem to get a hold of Casey or Sam or Adrian, and they're all on my phone service. My dad has been able to text me, although I did ask recently which site they are in, and he has not responded to let me know the site number. So worst comes to worst, I'll just drive around till I find them. But I'm excited to go up and have some camp food with them and do some games and stuff. Yeah, it's just been so far really busy work week. My co-worker who helps me with renders and stuff is off this week, so I've done all of the ones that have come through this week so far, except for one that has been needing a lot of changes. So I worked on it for quite a bit, but it needs more work, so I'll be working on that as other ones come in. What else? Oh yeah, I was gonna talk to you guys about how the weekend trip went, and I just haven't had a chance yet. So I'm gonna probably come back on here and chat with you on my way up to the mountains after I get some gas, because I'm almost to the gas station. So I will see you guys in a minute. Alright, so we are on the road to the campground. Someone's following me pretty close, but I'm going the speed limit and they can't pass me, so that's always fun. Anyway, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the trip. I can't remember what all I've said so far, because I know I checked in with you. Here, let me turn off, that might be quieter. I know I checked in once, and I don't think I told you everything, but the way back was just as fine as the way up was, so that was good. The drive was fine. The day that we got there, I spent most of it alone in the hotel room like I had planned to, and they went to go see their grandma, and I guess she was pretty lucid, which was good. They probably won't be, unfortunately, seeing her again, so I'm glad that the last time they were able to see her, she was able to talk with them and know what was going on. And then they went and had dinner at their uncle's house with their dad. Good, the guy's passing me now. Alright. And so they got back pretty late that evening, And during that time, I only got one section of my diamond painting done because it just wasn't very comfortable to sit in that chair at the desk and work on it. And I couldn't, like I showed you on the video, I couldn't really see what I was doing very well. So the lines got pretty, like my diamond painting wasn't very straight, but it's not that bad, it's okay. So anyway, I only got one section done, and then I just listened to the rest of my audiobook until they got back. I was able to finish Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair, which I gave 4 stars on Goodreads. It was a really well-written, good book. I would probably have given it 3.5 stars if Goodreads allowed that, mostly because it ended off on a huge cliffhanger and didn't really resolve almost anything from what happened in the first book. So the second book's not out yet, and I realize it's an ongoing story, but I prefer when authors are able to at least give us some kind of resolution of some part of what was contained within the book, while leaving enough room afterwards for even more resolution later. And this one, it just kind of gave us a whole bunch of questions and not many answers. And my friend Casey, who recommended the book to me, was correct in that I love like it's based on the Christian religion or biblical religion, but we don't quite know how yet because some things are different, and it's really interesting. I find it intriguing, but we haven't really gotten to learn much about it yet in the first book. So I wish there had been a little bit more into that. It seems like it was written, like the setting is these cities, Nineveh and Hiram, which were cities a long time ago, but it's modern day. Hiram wasn't a city a long time ago. Hiram was a king of Tyre a long time ago. So the cities that they're living in have biblical names, but I don't know if that's because like this is way in the future and this is all that's left, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on, or if it's just an alternate universe, and none of that was really explained yet, and maybe it won't be. Maybe it's just supposed to be taken as like a fantasy world that has ties to our world, or like an alternate dimension or something. I don't know. So that's one of the questions that wasn't really answered yet. But there's a lot more that, like, there's parts of it that's like a murder mystery, and I found it really fun and engaging, and there's a romance, and I love how the romance was done, sort of. Like, it's kind of trying to be enemies to lovers, except they weren't really enemies to begin with. So when books do that, it can be frustrating to me, because it's like almost trying too hard, and the male main character, like, the first book doesn't really tell us much about why he's so into the female main character. Like, we get a lot from her perspective, and we watch her fall in love with him like real time, but we don't get a lot from, you know, what's going on in his head. And you know, they've known each other for a long time, and so we don't see from his point of view why he's so invested. So anyway, maybe the future books will talk more about that and the other things that were left hanging. I hope so. I will probably want to read the future books. Yeah, it's a little darker than what I usually read. A lot of bad stuff happens, and luckily it came close to one of my worst triggers, but it did not actually go through with that one, so I was very happy about that. So anyway, that was Terror at the Gates, and then I started reading The River Has Roots by Amal El Motar, which is one of the two authors that wrote This Is How You Lose the Time War, which I enjoyed earlier in the year. And I'm liking this even more. It's like a Celtic fairy tale almost, and it's beautifully written and beautifully told in the audiobook by the narrator, and there's also like singing in the book. It's a gorgeous audiobook. I am almost done with that one now. It's real short, and I'm very much enjoying that. So I might listen to that more on my way back from the camping trip today. But yeah, that's all. I started listening to that one while I was waiting for the kids to get back from their dad's. And then when they got back, apparently they were still hungry even though they'd had dinner with their dad and uncle and stuff, their family there, because there were quite a few people there, and so there wasn't enough food for everybody really. So we went to Denny's, and there was a Denny's right by the hotel we were staying at. We just walked there and we had a nice meal, and because while they had been gone, I had DoorDashed to the hotel, one of Burger Ranch, which is one of the places we don't have where I live and I used to love. So I was happy to get that, although they messed up my order, so that part wasn't as fun. So anyway, we had some Denny's, and then we came back to the hotel and pretty much just went to bed. And then we got up the next day and had hotel breakfast, and it was pretty good, you know, just your typical, like they had hot stuff, which was nice. They had eggs and bacon and stuff like that. So, and then we headed back home, and the drive was fine. When we got back into town, we met up with my dad and Casey to have dinner, which was really fun. We went to Outback, and yeah, it was just a really good time. I was really happy to spend that weekend with them, and now I'm going to visit my dad and Casey, who are camping, and Sam and Adrian are also there camping with them. So I am excited to spend the evening with them tonight and do those games and eat some good food, and then make my way home later on. So hopefully this didn't sound too bad in the car, and I will check in with you guys when I can. I don't know if I'm gonna try to post this just on a random day this week and mess up my schedule, or if I should just wait and keep filming and post this weekend. It's already Tuesday night, so I'm kind of leaning towards just posting it this weekend. So maybe this will be an extra long vlog, but thanks for hanging out with me.
Appalachian sunrise.
Hey, Apollo. Good boy.
Skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden. I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring.
Adrian did.
Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden,
Was it green?
It's
I'll
leaning
follow
Oh, boy.
golden,
Where should I put green?
right here.
golden,
No,
Right here.
golden
right.
You got glasses. Here.
gold hair,
Yeah.
gold leaves, golden,
Get it, Apollo.
golden. I'll follow only golden.
Back from camping, it was fun. I was only there, 3 hours-ish. Played some games as you saw, ate some burgers, potato salad, cookies, s'mores. It was a good time. It's my favorite way to go camping is to kind of usurp when someone else is camping and just go up for a little bit and not stay the night, because as someone with IBS, it's really hard for me to not have a bathroom close by. And the older I get, it's also harder to like sleep not in a bed. I know, I'm a wimp. I did grow up going camping all the time. So it's not like I'm not used to camping and I was never a big camping person because I used to love it. It's just a lot, I'm letting the dogs in. It's just a lot less comfortable now than it used to be when I was younger. So I love that my kids get to do it still with my dad, who is nice enough to take them, especially Casey. He takes him at least once a year, sometimes like this year, multiple times a year. And super grateful for that so that they can have that experience, because I definitely wouldn't be taking him camping every year because I just don't enjoy it anymore like I used to if I'm there for days at a time. But I love going up and like being there for a bit and doing the whole s'mores thing and the games thing. And I was there were a lot of bugs tonight, like little gnats that kept getting on our faces and our food, and so that part was bothering me quite a bit too. But yeah, it was still a good time. Had a great time seeing everybody, and now I'm back home and I am gonna go to bed. It is after 3 and I'm really tired, so catch you later. Happy Friday! It is finally Friday. I am about to start working on a section of which bedroom, and I thought I would check in with you guys. I did edit this video up till this point, so, but that was a few days ago and I haven't filmed since then because I've just been busy working. Casey got home today from camping. I went and picked him up from my dad's earlier, and happy to have him home. And that was like the last big trip before the end of summer, although I feel like we should maybe do like one more thing as a family if we can before school starts up again in a couple weeks. I guess a little over a week at this point. Man, that summer went fast. Anyway, I am very much looking forward to the weekend and getting some more work done on this kit. I have only done 5 sections out of 18, but 18 isn't that many, so I'm still thinking, depending on how much I can get done over the weekends, that I might be able to finish this one before September. Don't quote me, don't hold me to it, but even if it's finished like in the first little bit of September, that's fine too. I do want to get Halloween Cat out and maybe even kit it up and ready to go. It might be fun to like switch back and forth between these two once it becomes October or September. So I almost skipped a whole month there. So yeah, once September hits, it might be fun to just, if I still have this one going, it might be fun to have the other one going too and just be able to switch back and forth. Other than that, what else? I finished The River Has Roots because it was a very short book. Like I was almost done with it when I was talking to you last. And it is a beautiful story. It's like a fairy tale, Celtic kind of, it almost feels like one of those stories that has been around forever and has been retold down the ages, but it's newer, you know? So I loved that one. I gave it 5 stars. And then I wanted to read something just like, I was really in the mood for a crime novel, like a thriller. And I don't have very many of those on like my Audible library. I do have a few, and the one that I decided to listen to was called NPC. Oh shoot, who is that by? I forget now. Jeremy Robinson. So basically the whole, the murder part of it was a very small bit of the entire book. Most of it was about simulation theory, which is a theory that is one that I'm fascinated by, which is just basically the theory that our whole existence exists within a simulation, like we're a more advanced version of The Sims, basically. And there's actually some fun evidence to go with this theory. Like, it's not just ponderings that people have had. So I find it really interesting to think about, and I liked that part of this book. This book also had a lot of like religious undertones and discussion, and I found out after I read it that the author is Christian, and I could really tell while I was reading it because of some of the ways he misrepresented atheism, which is why I gave the book 3 stars, because I am an atheist. I'm also one of my special interests is religion, especially Christian-based religion, because I grew up in a Christian sect, and I just find it fascinating. And so just hearing some of these talking points that I hear from people who don't bother actually trying to find out what atheists in general feel like or believe, and anyway, that's a tangent. I could tell by some of the verbiage that he used in the book that he was misrepresenting things that really get on my last nerve. So it was hard to read the book and not hyperfixate on that part of it. And then I did enjoy like the simulation theory part of it, but the way he included religion into that didn't make any sense to me and didn't resolve very much at the end of the story. So just it was written in a way that I didn't think was satisfying, basically. So I gave it 3 stars because it wasn't awful writing. Like, it was, I read it all in one night. It was intriguing, but those things just bothered me enough to lower the star rating to 3. So I read that, and then the next day, to my surprise, I got a notification from Libby that the book that broke the world, the second book in the library, is it called the Library Trilogy by Mark Lawrence? I just recently read The Book That Wouldn't Burn, and this one is The Book That Broke the World. It's the second one. And it was like the 3rd one down on the list for like looking like it was going to be ready for me to borrow, but it showed up before the other ones. And I'm not mad about it because I was really excited to continue this series, and now I have a hold for the 3rd book. So I am about almost 30% of the way through that book, and I'm going to listen to more of it tonight. And really enjoying that series still. It's just so fantastical, and it's like, I don't even know, I don't think this is our world that it's set in, and if it is, it's like way in the future. But anyway, so much fun. Love these books so far. So yeah, that's all I've been reading. But I'm gonna get to diamond painting. It's Friday night. I am going to probably end this vlog here because after editing, I realize this is almost an hour long because it's a 2-week vlog. And then I'll just start a new one for the weekend and have a little bit more to give you for next week's vlog. So anyway, thank you so much if you made it this far. I hope it was enjoyable, and I hope you're having a good weekend, and I will DAC you in the next one. Bye, everybody.